This is Kyle Juszczyk, and you're listening to Nothing But Niners.
This is Charles Haley. You're listening to Nothing But Niners.
So now they've got to start from deep in their end of the field, and Garrison Hearst takes advantage of it. He takes the handoff, hits to his right, gets to the 20. He's in the 30. Needs to cut in. He comes back up the right sideline. Breaks the third tackle. Comes down to the 30. He's down to the 20. He's down to the 10. He's down to the 5. He's into the end zone. Touchdown! Touchdown! 49ers! 96-yard run from scrimmage. Garrison Hearst breaking tackle after tackle. Swings down the sideline. Throws off bodies like clothes after a marathon.
Young, back to throw. In trouble, he's going to be sacked. No, gets away. He runs, gets away again, goes to the 40, gets away again, to the 35, cuts back at the 30, to the 20, the 50, the 10. He died. Touchdown, 49ers.
Third down, Alex takes the snap. Alex looking down in post, and it's good! Touchdown! Touchdown, 49ers!
To the second down, Ryan takes the snap, throws the slant to the left side. It's Russell, intercepted! The 49ers pick it, and Navarro Bowman, his redemption! Navarro Bowman running it all the way for the touchdown! No greater redemption!
The San Francisco 49ers, we can do whatever we want.
Click, click, boom! What's going on, faithfuls? It's your boy Mike from the Nothing But Niners crew. Guys, I am here with a couple of special announcements, but I was having some fun discussing the schedule with Wayne, so I figured let's go, continue that dialogue a little bit. But before I do, I want to let you guys know where to find us. YouTube is going to be getting cut off here shortly, and I will be doing my shows on Patreon exclusively probably until August. Now, with that being said, you don't have to pay for the Patreon. You can be a subscriber for free. So I am encouraging you all to head on over to the Patreon page, get on over there and subscribe. That's not going to change any of the 49ers or Nothing But Niners content that's coming. All right. All the stuff that is free and regular will continue to be free and regular. All right. But what will change is what YouTube can say we can and cannot do anymore. All right. So if you guys aren't already, please head on over to Patreon, subscribe over there. All right. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. Become a subscriber for free. All right. I'm tired of playing games with YouTube. It's always one thing after the other. You build, you help other people out. They want to find ways to screw you in the end. So, yeah. But anyway, looking at the 49ers schedule, what's up to everybody that's in the chat right now? Everybody's live. Chanel's in the building. I see you, man. David is out there. Daniel is out there. So kudos to you guys and everyone else who's watching who hasn't commented. Wayne and I were talking about which games we thought were going to be like kind of trap games at home. Okay, and the nine home games the Niners have are obviously the three division opponents in your Cardinals, your Rams, and your Seahawks. Then there's the Cowboys. Then there's the Chiefs. There's the Lions. There's the Jets. And there was one more. Who am I missing? The Jets. And it's all right. I don't need to study hard or anything. I got the graphic right here. Boom. Oh, and the Patriots. Now, I don't think there's a snowball shot in hell that the Patriots beat the 49ers at home. I don't think that the Cowboys beat the Niners at home. I don't even think the division opponents will beat the Niners at home. So that leaves me with the Chiefs, the Lions, and the Bears. And while I understand that everyone wants to see us beat the Chiefs, this is where the debate started between Wayne and myself. It was a conversation of, well, what's going to happen? When's the best time to catch the Chiefs? And we went back and forth. Wayne thinks if we catch them early. And I actually understand that logic, right? The Chiefs start a little slow. The 49ers, while I think they also start slow or not as hot as they should be, we usually look, a little better than the Chiefs too early on. I started thinking to myself, like, is that satisfactory? Like, do I want to beat the Chiefs when I know they're not that good? Do I want to beat the Chiefs when I already feel like they're bad? It's not the same. That's not something that's going to make me feel good about, oh, man, we finally got them, right? Like, there's a big part of me that wants these suckers, mid-season form. I want to beat them when they're at their best, not when they're vulnerable to attack. That's lame to me. But I want to ask you guys that. For those of you watching right now, we're going to glitch out for a second here as I connect back to the Wi-Fi. But I want to ask you guys, a win is a win. I understand how it's going to be remembered in history. I get all that. Or are you guys content with beating a beat-up Chiefs? Like, that doesn't make you change the way you feel about the win? Or a vulnerable Chiefs, or a Chiefs that's not in mid-season form, that's not their true version of themselves, right? Like, for the 7 teams that beat the Giants, or I'm sorry, for the 16 teams that beat the Giants when they were 10-6, but the Giants won the Super Bowl, right? Like, they got hot at the end of the year. I don't think that you feel like, oh, yeah, well, we beat them that year, like, so blah, 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 blah. Like, no, they still won the Super Bowl that year, and you beat a version of them that hadn't learned how to play well together on defense. You don't feel that way? Like, that doesn't make you feel like, damn, like, we got a shell of who they really are. Good thing we didn't play that version of the Giants, right? We've seen games where the Niners have played teams and we're like, yo, they're lucky that we weren't in this version of ourselves in the same season. We've sat around and said, man, that team is lucky we didn't have this quarterback, or that team is lucky we didn't have this linebacker, right? Like, we all felt like Dre Greenlaw would have made a difference in the Super Bowl had he stayed healthy the whole time. We all felt like playing the Chiefs team early in the season when there's like a known slowness to them, it's not the same for me. Now, with that said, I also don't think we beat them at home in midseason. I don't. So I don't know, man. He says we beat them. There's no easy wins in the. I didn't say anything was going to be easy. I'm just saying that you don't feel like it's a little different. Like, we laughed at Eagles fans for taunting us for beating us without a quarterback. Sometimes there are easy wins. Sometimes there are wins that even though you officially got it, we don't really care. I don't want the Chiefs week 1. I don't want the Chiefs week 2. Like, that's not the real Chiefs. I want them full strength. I want them healthy. And I don't want them to ever doubt that we can't beat them if we run across each other again. I don't know. Maybe it's just the way I feel. Maybe it's just the way I'm wired. David says, we need to beat KC. I feel like just for the sake of the players seeing and feeling themselves beating them, whenever it is, and get that monkey off their back. In my opinion, don't care when it is. I completely understand everybody saying that. I swear to God I do. I just know that they are more vulnerable in the beginning of the season than they are towards the end. I know that they're not as good in the beginning of the season as they are at the end. I know that our chances would be better early in the season than they are later in the season. And all that's for a really, really good reason. And I do agree with everything you said. You want to get the monkey off the back. You feel like this team needs to know that Kyle Shanahan will not be bested by Andy Reid every time. I get it. It's a necessity. We need this to happen. But I don't know if I'm bragging if we get the Chiefs week 1 and we beat them. Oh, rematch of the Super Bowl. It's not going to matter. It's not going to give you a Super Bowl win. That it's not going to make a difference. It's not. If the NFL decides to do a rematch of the Super Bowl, a game that went to overtime, overtime Super Bowl, and they give it to us week 1, it's not going to make me feel any better about the Super Bowl. And I'm going to say, yeah, well, the Chiefs aren't even like in midseason form. And we're going to watch the Chiefs shred a team that's really, really good in like week 7 or 8. And we're going to be like, see, we wouldn't beat that team. I would. I'll be honest with myself. I would. That's what I would be saying. The Niners don't stand a chance against that version, that iteration of that team. They don't. That's how I would feel if they ended up being a much better if we played them week 1. And maybe I'm wrong. And you know what? I'm going to leave you there. Just a little quick 10-minute video, just something to think about the Chiefs. I'm going to come back later on. I'm going to do another video about another home opponent. All right? Another 10-minute video about a different home opponent. All right? I'll talk to you guys soon. Y'all be safe. Peace.